Hello, Fur Grove Falcons. I am going to read to you Poco and the Drum. This story was written and illustrated by Matthew Forsyth, and it was published by the Simon Schuster Company. It is a story about Poco, who is a frog, and that she lives with her quiet parents in a quiet mushroom in a quiet forest. But everything changes when she gets a drum. So, the biggest mistake Poco's parents ever made was giving her a drum. They had made mistakes before, like the slingshot. It looks like Poco decided to slingshot herself instead of a rock. Oh, and the llama. Looks like a few things got broken, and looks like Mom and Dad are both being sat on by the llama. Oh, and the balloon. Looks like Poco went for a little bit of a ride on the balloon. But the drum was the biggest mistake. Boys and girls, I want you to look at this picture here, and you can see it looks like the artist used crayon to color this picture. And some of the pictures are beautifully colored. "We shouldn't have given her that drum," said her father. "What?" said her mother. "The drum is too loud. I can't hear you." Looks like Mother's busy reading her story. There they are in bed. Mama's still reading her story. "The drum was a big mistake," said her father. "Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea," said her mother, who still couldn't hear what he was saying. The next day, her father said, "Poco, why don't you take your drum outside for a little while? But don't make too much noise. We're just a little frog family that lives in a mushroom, and we don't like drawing attention to ourselves." Poco agreed, and she set out as quietly as she could. She's got her drumsticks hidden behind her back there. It had just rained, and the forest was sparkling like an emerald. And it was very quiet. Too quiet. I wonder what Poco's gonna do. Think she's gonna start beating her drum? Let's find out. Poco started tapping on her drum just to keep herself company. But something stirred behind her. A raccoon playing a banjo started following her. So Poco hit her drum louder. So now there's a drum and a banjo. And then a rabbit playing a trumpet started following them. But Poco kept playing her drum. So now there's a drum, there's a banjo, there's a trumpet, and then a wolf, who couldn't really play anything but was very happy to be near the music, joined in. And Poco still played her drum. Uh-oh, I'm a little worried about that wolf. Oh, but then the wolf ate the rabbit, and Poco stopped playing her drum and faced the wolf and said, "No more eating the band members or you're out of the band." "I'm sorry," said the wolf, and he meant it. And then they all started playing again, and soon there was a crowd of animals playing instruments. give you guys a minute to look around and see what you can see. And a crowd of animals following them, enjoying the music. And they were all following Poco. "Poco, your dinner is ready," shouted her father. No one answered, but he could hear the music in the distance. And the music grew louder. I think Poco's daddy is wondering what is going on. And louder. Until the crowd swept through the house and carried Poco's parents off into the woods. Look, they both look a little startled, but Mom's still reading her book. "Oh no," said her father. "Oh dear," said her mother. "I think that's Poco down in front," said her father. "And you know what?" "What?" said her mother, who was just getting to the best part of her book. "I think she's pretty good." And no one could hear what he was saying. But if they could, they all would have agreed. The end. That is the end of today's story, boys and girls. Again, that was called Poco and the Drum. And it was written and illustrated by Matthew Forsyth. I hope you enjoyed our story. Until the next time.